Hello again and welcome back to Khelo Dimaag, presented to you by Dream 11. Uh, the first game of the day is out of the way. The second game is a really exciting one. A power-packed West Indian team against the English side, who are equally power-packed. The World Cup winners from 2019 versus the holders of the T20 World Cup. The 50-over World Cup was won by England. The 2016 T20 World Cup was won by West Indies. So it's a box office game to begin. It is the other group's clash today. So this game is not happening at Abu Dhabi like the first game, and this is an evening game at the Dubai stadium. So a lot of things will change. The last time we played at Dubai, there was a bit of dew, but generally has been a sort of a 170 to 180 sort of a pitch. So that needs to be taken into consideration. Teams have managed to defend at Dubai, but it's going to be a challenge whether the West Indian bowling can restrict the England batting, and that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to watching. And the conditions, I think, will be a good batting pitch with a little bit of bounce and a decent sized ground. So it's all in all, it's a mouth-watering contest, and I can't wait to make my fantasy team for this particular contest. Like the previous game, I'm going in with adapted players and informed players for this game as well. From the West Indian side, I'm picking four guys, and from the English side, I'm picking 7 guys. It's hard to leave out the English guys because they have been in the UAE, and most of them have played some cricket here, if not in this IPL, in the last IPL. And I agree that the warm-up games don't count for much. The West Indian team, I'm sure they used it as good practice, but it's a power-packed batting lineup. So whether the English bowling can also stop the West Indian batting is something that we need to look forward to. So I'm picking a side which is English heavy as far as the fantasy points are concerned. I'm going in with 2 keepers, Jos Buttler and Jonny Bairstow. Jos Buttler is a tough choice to leave out because he opens the batting and he will be in most of the fantasy players' team. Jonny Bairstow is batting at 4, but has been batting pretty well, has been in great form. Even in India, when he played the first leg, he looked in unreal form, even on some tough pitches for SRH. So Jonny Bairstow is in as far as I'm concerned, because of the West Indian bowling, which I think will be centered around Obid McCoy and Ravi Rampal. I think the openers will come good. So I'm having Jason Roy and David Malan as well. The reason for having David Malan is he is the one batsman in that lineup who will look to play through for a bit of overs and try and set it up for the other batsmen who are explosive in the English batting lineup. There have been recent things from Eoin Morgan that he might or might not play and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not sure whether I should have Eoin Morgan in there. So Jason Roy is there, David Malan is there, Jonny Bairstow is there, Jos Buttler is there. So who is in there? I'm picking 2 West Indian batters on form and who have currently played the IPL this year in the UAE, which is Evan Lewis, who had a wonderful game at Dubai, did get off RR to wonderful starts whenever he got an opportunity. So he is there in my team. I'm also picking Shimron Hetmyer. Was in unreal form and was batting beautifully for Delhi Capitals for us through that competition. Was batting beautifully even in the nets. He didn't look like he was in trouble at all. Didn't break a sweat. So yeah, that forms my batters. 4 batters and 2 keepers. And I'm also likely to pick 2 all-rounders. The 2 all-rounders for me are Dwayne Bravo and Moeen Ali. How do I leave Moeen Ali out? It's a very tough choice to make. I think Moeen Ali will be used as someone who can enforce against spin. West Indies do not have Sunil Narayan. They will play with Roston Chase and Hayden Walsh Jr. So I think Moeen Ali might be used as an enforcer like how CSK used him. He has been hitting the ball beautifully, and with the battalion of left-handers that West Indies have in Nicholas Pooran, Chris Gale, Evan Lewis, Shimron Hetmyer, I think Moeen Ali will in all likelihood bowl his overs, quota of overs too. So Moeen Ali is in, and who is the other all-rounder? It is DJ Bravo. Had a very good campaign with the CSK team. Has been here in the UAE, a very experienced pro, and I'm very sure Kieron Pollard will use him at the death. He's going to be a tough customer to leave out. My only change with the batsman and the sort of batting that the West Indies have is the one change that I might be tempted to make is probably go light with respect to the batting. Maybe if England are batting second, then if England are batting second, then I might be tempted to leave David Malan out and bring Kieron Pollard in as an all-rounder. So that's one option I'm keeping open as far as my choices are concerned. So I think you can keep that open as well. Dwayne Bravo will bowl at the death, so he is going to be my lock-in all-rounder. I've gone in with 3 bowlers because I've got 2 keepers, 4 batters and 2 all-rounders. I'm going in with 3 bowlers, unlike the first game. This is a night game, so I'm expecting slightly a lesser impact from the bowlers, but you never know with this game. And I'm also picking percentage bowlers here. Chris Oakes will take the new ball and bowl at least 1 death over for England, which I'm very hopeful of. So Chris Oakes is there in my team. The other bowler that I'm picking is from West Indies. I think he was with one of the IPL teams as a backup option as well. Obed McCoy, a left-arm seamer who bowls at the death and takes the new ball, has a lot of variations, can tonk the ball right down at the lower half of the batting order. So he is the second choice, and the third choice is my vice captain for the day as well, Mark Wood. In the absence of Jofra Archer, forms a very, very critical foil for England, brings in that pace, brings in that X factor, will bowl, set up the tone with the new ball, attack maybe someone like a Chris Gayle or Evan Lewis really hard, and then probably come back at the death and give them an over or 2. So Mark Wood is my vice captain for the day as well. And remember, when England toured West Indies in the limited overs leg where Chris Gayle was absolutely tonking it, Mark Wood was that bowler who made the difference for England alongside Adil Rashid. So why am I not picking Adil Rashid? Because when Adil was playing with the Kings 11, he didn't get much of match time, and there are a lot of left-handers. So I'm just trying to play it really safe, because there are a lot of superstars. Sometimes you need to leave some of them, which is a tough choice. And the captain of the day is Jos Buttler. Jos Buttler at the top of the order is like a bank, and I think a lot of people might be tempted to pick him as a captain or a vice captain. So for today, I'm picking Jos Buttler as my captain and Mark Wood as my vice captain. So just going through the team again: Johnny Bairstow and Jos Buttler. Batters are Evan Lewis, Shimron Hetmeyer, Jason Roy and David Malan. If West Indies are batting first and England are chasing, David Malan goes out and in comes Kieron Pollard for me. And the 2 all-rounders are, apart from this particular change, will be Dwayne Bravo and Moeen Ali. The 3 bowlers are Chris Oakes, Mark Wood and Obed McCoy. So Mark Wood the vice captain and Jos Buttler the captain. So that's my team. Hope that really helps you. Make a great fantasy team, and all the very best.